And welcome back here. Parramatta on the attack. Marshall King for the line, and he gets there. Men's Opens A, live action here at the Port Macquarie Regional Stadium. And I'm joined in commentary by touch legend Jason Stanton. Jason, it's good to have you.
Mate, very excited to be here today. I've been looking forward to it all day. The standard of touch has been absolutely outstanding to start off the weekend. And really looking forward to a couple of these games tonight, some crackers.
You featured earlier on the stadium. I believe it's up on the social media and the phone hasn't stopped ringing. Is that correct? That
is correct, but I need to let everyone know at home that they are playing the video at 0.75 speed. It's not actually correct. I was running fractionally quicker.
The Stone pops it over the top and the intercept is away. Oh, and the referee, it's getting late in the day, Jay, so I don't think the referee was interested in chasing, which is probably fair enough. So penalty to Bankstown. Late in the day, you'd probably throw out the arm there for a penalty, wouldn't you?
Definitely, I'd be asking that one. Parramatta's this is an interesting one because Parramatta's got out of the blocks quickly, and it's even though it's only Friday, Bankstown not winning their first game makes this a bit of a must-win. So they've really got to stand up here today. As
Azzy now and Link Quickie, they play on from that. And brother George is there. He's working with Mitch Gray, good pals amongst there. There's Azzy with the ball, and it couldn't be held by the Parramatta defender. I think it's Will Hickey there at Link, and as you mentioned, the Bankstown will need to get busy here, and Gray looking for Stone there. They run the Rooster play, and Gray gives it out to Azzy. Azzy dummies, dives. Does he get there? Big touch called, and I think Azzy's injured himself there.
It's a good touch. I think that was Matthew Chatton. Is it there? I think it was a great recovery there. Bankstown looked in for all money.
And we've got a short stoppage here.
Yeah, so Bankstown went down earlier today to Newcastle 11-6, which was a bit of an upset. And Parramatta had a solid victory against Canterbury 6-3 to start off their campaign. Bankstown to continue their set here. 7 out. That's Mitch Gray. Looks like they're trying to set up for a middle play. They like running a play called Harom. It could be an Harom here. Come in. Let's see what they do here. Here it comes. Quick ball. Mitch Gray. 3-on-2. It's shut down there. 6 again. That's a little bit better from Bankstown. Starting to work their way into the game here. We're only a couple minutes in. But we've been noticing on the games today that can easily get away from you if you don't get a good start. That's Stoney there, down. And some great touches there from Parramatta. Not bad D there from Parramatta. So they've got high aspirations this weekend. Parramatta, they'll be looking to get 3 wins today and really set up things for them. There's Gray, wash out to Gray, down the sideline there, but not much room there for Bankstown. But it's a little bit better to see him sequencing now and starting to run some plays. A little bit static now. It'd be good to see him running a sweeper or something a little bit wider to try and stretch this Parramatta defensive line. Okay, that's Stoney down now. There's the long ball out the back to Gray. A little bit out in front of him. The timing was fractionally off, and no result there for Bankstown.
And Horror will play the ball 5 out, and Parramatta with the 1-0 lead will look to defend, stay cup. It's all about trying to get in early, and that will help Bankstown. Jason, very much getting in early, getting an early lead, and then trying to just play it out after that. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Parramatta isn't looking too bad here, but they're sort of a little bit in coast mode. So Bankstown can really get themselves in this game if they can nab a try in the next couple of minutes, because Parramatta look like they're fractionally off the pace. They're sort of in cruise mode here.
And Bankstown will get the chance to hit back here, attacking the line. You've got Stone staying on the sideline at the moment, catching his breath. You've got Azzy and Backos, and you've got the other Backos at far link, and he's dancing as he's got the shoes on. It's not Saturday night or Sunday night quite yet, but there he goes again, tiptoe. The link will come in and strike, and it's a good touch there by Liam Simbolan. There you've got brother Kai in the middle at the moment. So you got Backos will go the quickie. He gives it to Backos. Dives at the line and he's over. Josh Backos hits back for Bankstown. The little quickie and dive, and if you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah, absolutely sensational try there from Backos, and that's what we're just talking about there, where Parramatta's got the early try and almost took their foot off the pedal a bit. Bankstown sensed that, controlled the set very well, and an outstanding try to Backos.
Well, tap off, heading right to left on your screen. Parramatta in the traditional Aussie gold and the blue, and they'll go this week play with Kai Simbol, and that look forward off the ground. They give it back, and he stays out trying to hold it there. Ball over the top, a good cover in defence. Pritchard makes a touch on Harrington, and Simbol and the bowling medalist. He'll dance, Dipsy Doodle, Stone, and that's just straight over the sideline and should be a penalty. That's one of your old trick plays from back in the day, Jace, where nothing's on, just throw it over the sideline.
No, I never would do that because the referees are so switched on. They would spot that straight away, Nathan, as they always do. Get me in trouble.
Azzy taking it up over the 10-metre line, and Stone will look to get over halfway, and he'll go for a breather as well. A little bit surprising tactic as they look for the latch, and Gray will go. Azzy's on the field. He picks it up with the left hand, gives it back. He's offside, and they've interfered there. And I think they're a little bit unlucky, the Bankstown boys. It was a good roll on there, and you'd think that Marshall King was offside, but they continue on through there.
Yeah, a little bit unlucky there, Nate. There was a deflection off offside player, so that can sometimes go either way there. But referee was in a good spot to make the call. And we've noticed the game pick up in intensity the last minute or so with that try. So let's see whether Bankstown can build on this bit of momentum they've got.
Yeah, a little bit flat in that first game, and I think run out a little bit of legs. I know they're playing with only the 13, with a couple of call-ups from the Div 1 side late, and they're on a couple of injuries as well, but no excuses at State Cup, is there? It's just relentless. And Stone now, he's going opposite with Osborne, and he'll give it to Backos, and Stone will pick it up, and he picks it up, and he goes short. They're looking for the second phase, and the touch made by Zamet, and Stone will pick it up again. He'll look to dummy with Backos. He'll want the counties back in. He gets the counties back in. Stone, he goes short. They're looking for that phase, and the ball down is called by referee Kustek.
Yeah, good call there. It's good to see. Is that Luke Osborne there at Link getting the ball now? Man of the match in the Vorden Cup final for Div 1 Para?
That is
young
Luke
Luke
Osborne, yep. That's a good pick-up, Jason. Obviously, his performance caught the eye of the coaches in Josh Phillips and Ricky Hetherington, and they forced his way into the Premier League team. And as they go wide now through Simbol, and he gets it back of his brother, and Wetherill makes a decision. It's not a good one, and Parramatta stroll over on that far side, and that with a little bit of energy, as you said, a little bit of intensity lift, and a little bit too easy.
Yeah, great bounce back there from Parramatta, and just down that tight short side there. Nice little 3-on-2 turned into a 2-on-1. Probably should have been held out by Bankstown, but they're probably a little bit quiet in defence from what I can see there, and the winger was left in two minds and had to take a guess or a read on it. So a bit unfortunate for Bankstown, but a great execution there from the Eels.
And Andre Backos will take it up the field. He dishes it under for Mitch Gray, and out the back, the passive Dre gets it off to Singh, and Singh he does. He's in the corner. Navpreet Singh levels it up at 2-2, and the old passive play out the back, and Andre Backos summed up the situation well, and Bankstown a relatively simple reply.
Yeah, and that's what Bankstown's capable of, a really, really clinical play there, executed to perfection. And for those new to touch, that passive that Nathan's talking about, it's when the link or the one, the player one in from the winger doesn't really run into the line and stays deep, and it makes it difficult for the defence to knock him off. So great try there from Bankstown.
King into the in-goal, looking to hit back. He pops it over, and there's some good defence, and we've got referee Calabria.
I think he might have spotted a hold there, Nathan.
He's found a penalty over that far side of the field.
Yeah, geez, Marshall's dangerous, isn't he? Whenever he gets the ball, something's about to happen.
And Wynyard, he's another one. He steps and dives and can't get to the line. Wynyard's a lightning.
Yeah, outstanding touch there, I think, from Gray, and great positioning by the referee there, right on top of it to make the right call.
As they go the quarterback play, and that's good defence there. Up off the line was Wetherill, and Azzy Charbel makes the touch, and They'll stay on the attack, the Eels here at 2-2, and Gray's looking to get out and defend, and Wynyard now goes to Marshall. He steps off that right, he looks to double pump, and 6 more's the call. A little bit unlucky, Marshall, not to get that away earlier. And the hand from Gray knocks it down and blocks that path. But they'll stay on the attack, and one thing you probably don't want to do is give Marshall repeat sets, as they'll go and they'll look for Chatton to drive in. Will they know? Marshall goes to blind. They give it to Chatton. Chatton's made a decision there, Russell. And Gray caught in, I think, worrying about what Marshall, King and Wynyard were doing, and Gray just couldn't cover, and Russell had to make a decision, and it wasn't the most effective one, that's for sure, biting in, and Gray wasn't able to go. And I think when that link shoots in, I think you've got to go to the winger, you've got to go one and all and not just be left high and dry. And in that occasion, that old Navpreet Singh is left out in the breeze.
Yeah, really good hit back there from Parramatta to get to go out by 1 to make it 3-2. And Nathan, as you pointed out so rightly there, with Osborne and Marshall together, it really attracts the attention of the D.
That's a pill from Stone. What a ball! The 3-time male player of the year delivers for Bankstown. A flat pass, and Pritchard with his hair flowing in the breeze scores for Bankstown. And this game, tit for tat, both sides feeling each other out. And that's a good hit back by Bankstown, and anything they can do, Parramatta will be looking to do better.
Yeah, outstanding pass from Daniel Stone. And Tommy Pritchard, he's had a couple great reads in D, and then what a hole. So he's definitely started this game off on fire, and Bankstown definitely a lot more focused in this game than probably what we saw earlier today in their game versus the Knights.
Yeah, Newcastle a little bit too good out there on field 1 earlier, and they give the long pass off the ground to Wynyard, and good coverage there by the Azzi brothers defending next to each other, and Backos and Pritchard over that far side. And he goes the out ball to look, that double out ball, and Wetherill reads it like a book. Joey Nung out there takes it, and Wynyard looks to give, and they go, and he looks to, it's level here, so there shouldn't be a try, and Singh hopefully has got him. He's on the drive, and he gives it back, and hearten them out stuff there for the Bankstown supporters watching at the Vale of Var. And Sambolan goes back, and Navpreet defends Horro well. Bankstown, long pass from Charbel over to Josh Backos. The brothers are here, and there's George. George goes long to Wetherill. Oh, he's had a look. He's had a butcher's hook there. He's opened the eyes, and they lit up like Christmas trees, and he spilled it and gives Parramatta possession, and that's a costly error. He catches that, and there's a big chance that it's put the glasses down.
Yeah, and it's opened up an opportunity now with Parramatta now. As we see Chatton and Wynyard coming on, it's going to be a tough one to hold out here.
As Marshall King dances and balls over the ground, you've got the Sambolan brothers there. There's Kai, the bowler medalist. He had an outstanding Vorden Cup, and Stone's looking to go with him here. And Sambolan throws it over the top. As he absolutely whacks Marshall King, and the footy season finished in October. I don't know if you'll get away with that here at Port Macquarie. There's a big contact there, and the referee all over that. And Sambolan with the ball. He'll dance. He'll look for the counties. Stone tries to make the touch, and he goes away from him. He goes to Backos. The quickies there. The step back as he dives. And as he's out to make the touch, and the touch is called, and Bankstown survive for the moment, but this attacking prowess of the Eels here with Chatton with the ball, and they're going to go to the play off the ground, and they give the quarterback back, the double quarterback, give back to King, Marshall King, and that's a good touch by Wetherill, holding that play, and they get one more opportunity. They're going to go the dummy rooster. Chatton hits a hole, and Singh, he's not there for that one. Chatton hits a hole. Good pill from Sambolan. And the Eels take the lead 4-3. You give the teams repeat set, they're going to make you pay at this level.
Yeah, outstanding sequencing there from Parramatta. They were very patient. Bankstown kept scrambling and scrambling. Great D from the Bankstown middles, but in the end, they were just overwhelmed by the patience and the consistency there at Parramatta. Pushing out by 1 now.
And you've got Gray making that dump on the link over that far side. I think Parramatta were happy with that result. And this time he goes the middle. Stone picks up. He looks for the passive, goes short to Azzi. And I think that's Zamet around the middle there who makes the touch, or he's claiming it at least. George there, a little bit bemused by the whole situation. He not impressed, but they'll go again. Bankstown, another chance to attack as I play the ball and over the top, and Stone, he's throwing that into the lap of the winger. Mansour just waiting for it. And we spoke about Bankstown earlier with a few injuries, and big shout out to Trent Colquhoun, who's sitting at home with that knee iced up. He did that in the Vorden Cup. Had more tape on it than a medical bed, but he's back at home, and there's 7 on the field here for Parramatta. And the coaches, as a coach, Jason, you've obviously coached at the highest level for a number of sports. 7 on the field, little 1%er that you just got to get right, don't you?
Yeah, Parramatta's and Bankstown's drive so fast, and they, you know, with the rotations, they get on and off so quickly. So you really got to be focused. It's quite easy to make a mistake there, and this opens up an opportunity for Bankstown. There's Backos there.
Diving.
He's got the attention of 2 or 3 there. Bankstown are looking for a quick hit back here. They don't want to let Parramatta get away from him. This is Gray.
Yes. Russell goes short, and Simbolan gets in the channel, and they've gone against him.
I'm still trying to catch up here, Nathan. Are there 3 Simbolans, or am I? Or do we have the one Simbolan that's on fire?
You've got 3 of them, so it's not your mind playing tricks on you. As Backos goes for the line, you've actually got 3 of them. And the worst thing is their numbers are right together. So you're looking at Simbolan 3 times on the sheet in front of you. So you've got Liam in 6, Marley in 8. I don't know if Marley's been on the field yet.
It's Kai in 11.
And Kai in 11 as he gives it over. And Stone's there. They've got the ball off the ground. Wetherill, he's a good finisher. Has he finished that? Referee Calabria. Johnny on the spot. What's he saying? It's a touch. It's a good touch and good recovery over that far side. Gee, that was close.
Absolutely outstanding defence there from Parramatta. And they're the big plays that win your games, win your quarterfinals, win your state cups. Outstanding scramble there from the winger.
And Parramatta will go forward. I think that's off the mark. He's got ball down anyway, so.
Yeah, they're just inviting Bankstown back in this. And this is just a bit of a, almost like a bit of a concentration thing for Parramatta. It's a long weekend, and they're looking to sort of coast through this one. Probably thinking about Doyleson, Hornsby, these sorts of teams, Central Coast, and if they're not really focused here, Bankstown can really cause them some issues.
And Stone gets it back. That's a try. Daniel Stone, the Stone man. Levels it up with 11, just under 12 minutes remaining. Daniel Stone, the old throw it into the arm and get it back, the magic trick.
Yeah, there's a little bit of confusion there in terms of the ruling, but Calibra's in good position, and for an experienced referee like that, that's like shelling peas, Nathan. He knows what's going on. Thrown into the player, 6 again, try, Stone, it's all locked up 4-all.
Loving the energy you bring after 3 games today, back to back. Not a spring chicken anymore, Jace, but you're doing all right up here.
Mate, we've got to get Nisevas touch to start playing my highlights at full speed. I don't like this .75 stuff that's going on.
As they go to the trick play there with Marshall King and Chatton. King will get the quickie back. He goes for the big step. He goes short. Chatton can't handle it. Gray in defence.
I've been super impressed with Backos today, Nathan Loveday. He was sort of, form was up and down during Vorden Cup from what I saw, and he's just, I was going to say it looks like he's grown a leg, but he probably won't like the reference to height. But Jeezy's going well today.
As he charges forward, Stone picks it up. Stone's got some speed. He gets in. He goes straight past the Parramatta defender. Gets it up, and Wetherill looked to be being held. The Horro's got some experience. He put the arms up, but Harrington was beaten all ends up. He had Stone went straight past him as he makes the touch. Harrington throws it wide to Wynyard. Wynyard gives it out to Mansour, and they come to the box and Chatton. That was a mile forward there. Pritchard makes the touch. They bring it wide. Here comes the reinforcements. There's Hickey. Mansour off the ground. Simbolan gives it away to Joe Nung. They give the double out in. They've got to make a decision. They can't. And they score Parramatta. Oh, referee Calabria's pulling it up. Oh, that was magic from the Parramatta Eels, and it's been stopped by the man in pink.
Yeah, just seen Joey sweep around the back there. Looks so sharp, and Parramatta executed. That was outstanding, and I think just only a great read from Weatherall prevented Parramatta from pushing out to a lead with just under 10 minutes to go.
That was some sharp plays. Probably the best they've looked on the drive. They're just starting to warm up here. The Eels, a bit of danger for Bankstown, but here's their right of reply. There's Weatherall getting on the field. Weatherall touched him there, and referee Kustek is all over it. Makes the call there. And probably a little bit unlucky, but it's been the rule since Jesus was a boy.
Yeah, it's an easy call for referees of this standard, Nathan, that sort of stuff. So for those new to the game, if you act in half and you reach out and you touch a player, even if they're offside, that's going to be a changeover. And referee Kustik, if I said that right, outstanding call there.
Close enough. They go the long pass over. The bloke's got to be chasing inside Russell, but he's going to be late. The big dive. Oh, Osborne, he's putting on a show. He should be at the circus.
Osborne, every time he sees a green singlet, Osborne just smiles. He was outstanding in the Div 1 final in the Vorden Cup. Absolutely run amok against the green singlets, and he's come here today, and it's just almost like it's a continuation. It's like it's like a third half of the Vorden Cup final for Osborne.
Yeah, Luke Osborne. For a big man, his mobility is fantastic. He gets around the field, and he's had some years. I know he's been in and out. He's had some injuries, and he's back down. He's playing some very, very good touch. And Stone can't handle it. He can't handle it, no doubt.
Yeah, you may not see that on your screens at home, but the rain really coming down now, quite heavy here.
Coming from the right to left, and no doubt Isaac Daniels, young fellow, will be yelling at the screen there and giving his dad some words of advice, if that's what you want to call it. So a big shout out to Rach and Isaac, who will be tuning in at home, no doubt. As Simbolan goes to the line, chatting at half for King. Gives it back to Simbolan. Simbolan goes away from the speed, and that's over the top, and that's got to be forward from where it was touched, and as he makes the touch anyway. But you got forward pass, 5-4, 7.5 on the clock, and as you mentioned, this game for Bankstown is crucial. They'll need a positive result if they're to keep their hopes alive. If they go 0-2, as you mentioned, it's a big day tomorrow. They've got Penrith tomorrow. Who else have they got in their pool? They've got, and that's a coach killer, Singh.
Yeah.
Not his best work there, but yeah, there's a big day of touch football tomorrow for the Bankstown boys if they drop this one.
I think so. That was a coach killer. Frank Gretsch, normally, the Bankstown coach, normally has a nice, lush, thick head of hair, but if he hangs around this Premier League circuit for too much longer, he's going to be getting the buzz cuts like me, let me tell you.
As Wynyard goes, it's a good strike by Pritchard.
Again.
He called it earlier.
Tommy Pritchard, outstanding.
Referee's given a penalty, probably a little bit harsh there on Pritchard. He's got the sideshow Bob look at. And Parramatta will have another crack here, and they're dancing with it, and there's two in the touch, and you don't want that from the Aussie brothers. You want one of them to make a call and get up and make, but there's Marshall. They're dangerous. And Wynyard will go off the ground to Simbol, and he'll step back, and he goes at the line, and referee Kustek, he's happy with it. The call from Backos is there, but Parramatta extend their lead to 6-4. There's a tight one there. Referee Kustek and Johnny on the spot and extends the lead for the Eels.
Yeah, he was right on the spot there. I think that was Simbol, and again, so sharp, and it sort of speaks a lot to the level of talent when you've got outstanding players like Gray, George Azzy, Daniel Stone, and Simbolan just opening up the Bankstown D like that to take a 6-4 lead.
And they'll get a penalty Bankstown. They'll be looking to hit back. They've got the strike power on the field with Stone, Weatherall and Gray. And they'll go on the attack here as the rain starts to pelt down Stone. He'll look the link quickie there, and he goes short. Does he? No, he gets out, and touch made, and ball will be back to Zammit, and Zammit couldn't hold on to that one, so he'll be looking for the box, I dare say. Here's Zammit, and he goes forward, and he's met by Stone, and he gets a quickie, and they'll work to the box. There's Osborne, and as we mentioned, that rain's hitting heavier. It's going to become like a cake of soap. The new balls, in particular, Jace, when they're relatively new, they're a little bit more slippery than normal, aren't they?
Yeah, well, at my age, I try not to play in the rain, so I haven't really experienced that too much. But The level of skill here is outstanding from these Premier League players to control the ball under all conditions. And Bankstown really got to grab one here if they want to get a result out of this game, where we go just under 5. And I'm not too switched on, Nathan. Normally takes me a while to pick up on things, but for those at home trying to follow, I think we have 3 Cymbolans on one team and 3 Bakos brothers on the other team, potentially. I think this could be a real family event here, Nathan.
No, that's well pointed out. This could be, we have, 2 sets of, well, it's not twins, so
brothers.
I don't know if they're brothers. Yeah, 2 sets of 3 brothers. You got to love touch football. Stone steps. He gives it. They're over the top. Stone. Surely got to score, and they don't. He's trodden out.
Great scramble from Parramatta. Outstanding. That's what they're going to need. They're going to go deep in this tournament, Nathan, with that sort of scramble and talk and desperation under these conditions. Parramatta really, really can go deep in this tournament. That's outstanding defence there.
As Wagstaff makes a touch, and they get up over halfway, and there's Harrington picks the ball up.
All right, Bankstown almost with the last throw of the dice here to get a result, because they'll be looking for 2 or 3 tries. There's only 3 minutes or so left.
The mid-train's not going to help anyone here. Daniel Stone taking the ball forward, and 3-time New South Wales Player of the Year, recently named in the Jubilee, and his last touch, and it's a standstill, and that's not ideal. They try and go the bat on. And they got there. Stone flicked it out, but no, it wasn't to be. The time is now the enemy for Bankstown at 6-4, and whilst it's been a much improved performance in this one, Jason, from what was witnessed on field 1 only a couple of hours ago, they're just going to fall short. You feel as Parramatta comes sweeping on again, it's going to take a minor miracle here to get them home. But funny things have happened. I remember a game a few years ago when they played Parramatta and they did a through the legs to get there. And step off the left, Marshall, and Stone's there to clean it up. And yeah, there it is. Parramatta have been defending with 5 as well. So as you mentioned before, Jace, that type of commitment and effort to save that tries is going to be the reward for him. And the Bankstown there, look at the energy. Cymbolan shoots off the line. They look for that pop. Here's an opportunity. Gray goes forward. Marshall whacks him, but the play on. Marshall's still offside. They continue going. Gray's through, and he's called him on, but that momentum.
Marshall too smart there. I think he might have had a whistle there. How that was not a penalty. I think he was offside for the whole set, Nathan.
And yeah,
good work, Jordo. Good work, Jordo. You've mastered it. I've been trying to do that for 20 years. I can normally get penalised.
Yeah, he's done well there to get away with that almost. And there he does a little roll into the box, a little helping hand from Tommy Pritchard over there. And here they are on halfway. There's Zammit. They pick the ball up here, Parra. They're looking for one more nail in the coffin. Chatton picks the ball up. He looks to step over the top, the bat on. It's going to be a race. Weatherall versus Horo flicked around the back. And there's Hickey with the ball. What will they do? That's forward by the length of the straight. And we'll get at minute 25 on the clock. If Bankstown are going to do something, they're going to need to do it now at the end of this set. As George gets up there and another penalty. And they don't need penalties. They need metres here.
Yeah, they probably don't have enough time. But it's been a really impressive performance from Bankstown. They've really bounced back after that earlier loss to Newcastle. And Parramatta, the way they've handled themselves in this game, it's really impressed me, Nathan. And I think they're definitely going to be around late Sunday. From what I've seen here, they sort of cruised early, and then as soon as Bankstown asked the question, they responded. And when you look at some of the talent in this Bankstown side, again we spoke about Daniel Stone, Mitch Gray, Azzy brothers. There's the Bakos brothers. There's a lot of talent there, and then Parramatta just too strong, controlled the ball, and this is a really good performance all round, Nathan.
Yeah, well, you mentioned they're also Bankstown missing Josh Rosero as well, who is, I believe, at a wedding this weekend. So he's unfortunately out of Wynyard. Oh, he gets through and he's lightning, and that'll be the nail. Bang in the coffin. Boom go Parramatta. 7-4, and that'll be all she wrote as the clock counts down into 3-2-1, and that'll be full time. Jace, it's been an absolute pleasure. Parramatta, a little bit too good for Bankstown on this occasion. As you mentioned, they'll be featuring on Sunday, you dare say.
I think so, and I think Bankstown in their final game today, I think they might be matching up against Canterbury, so the loser of that's probably going to be done for the weekend. But definitely an improved performance. I think Coach Gretsch should be happy with that from Bankstown. And I think on the Parramatta side of the ledger, that was a really controlled performance. And I think they've probably got another couple gears in them, Parramatta, from what we saw there, Nathan.
I dare say. And we have next up, we have the Women's Masters. We had the Port Makos taking on the Sharks from Tarrant Point. So we'll take a short break and we'll be back with you in just a few moments.